you can just keep going. Like, seriously, think about it for a minute. Whenever you're at a phase where, you're faced with obstacles, whenever you're at a point where, you have individuals that are naysayers in your life, you can keep going, right? You can just keep going. You can just mash the gas. You can do some shit that a lot of people just don't think is possible. You can just keep mashing the gas. Right now, I'm doing a lot of stuff in terms of acquisition of different businesses. And the biggest reason why I'm acquiring as many companies as I am, and the funny thing is a lot of it is done really in a low-key capacity, designed to be at a stage of position of misdirecting, my, all of my haters and my naysayers. See, what you do is that you get to a point to where, you finally have garnered enough capital, and then you turn around and you just start approaching, all kinds of different small businesses, mid-sized businesses, or whatever have you. And, you jump in, you acquire, little small pieces of the company here and there, and before you realize it, you've essentially created your own mutual fund. A lot of people right now have the credit capital, at this particular point that would allow for them to be able to create their own mutual fund from small businesses. But a lot of individuals don't move forward because the general thought process is that you need to fall in love with any one business. And the thing is that that if you're really truly mashing the gas from the private equity approach, you're not in love with any one business. Another area that I'm engaged in right now, like I see young faces smiling on here right now, and one of the things that I'm putting together is just a complete component to be able to function with a slew of nonprofit organizations. You see, because as I'm acquiring all of these different businesses, all of them are at a point where they're generating capital from different approaches, if you will. So I need different nonprofit organizations to be able to, to work in conjunction with all of these different businesses, if you will. See, the thing is that it is very much so about working smarter, not harder. Each and every last one of you all have the ability, have the capability right now to be able to engage in the same exact capacity. I don't care where you are in the world. I had a couple people over in Africa that I've been sitting and politicking with, that they've got, those smaller businesses over there, whatever have you. And what I've done is I've started to go ahead and create a fund specifically for different parts of Africa, starting out in Nigeria, that, will just be at a point of partnering with all of the small businesses that are in Nigeria and helping these people have the capitalization in conjunction with having the information know-how as to how to be able to move their businesses forward. And see, let me tell y'all how dope this shit is. For me, if I can just pick up $500, $1,000 a month from each business that I engage in, you know what I'm saying? $500, $1,000 a month. You see what I'm saying? Each business. Then the thing is that you got to sit and you got to turn around and say, okay, well now, if you done picked up 10 businesses, you know what I'm saying, and maybe picking up each one of those businesses might only cost me 10 grand, maybe it cost me 20 grand, you know what I'm saying, maybe it cost me 100 grand to pick up each one of those businesses. But what happens is if I'm generating $500,000, then now I'm in a residualized factor, and being in a residualized factor, when you don't need the money. And see, that's the thing that a lot of people don't understand. When you don't need the money, what you end up doing is you sit on the money in the bank. You know what I'm saying? You know what you do is you sit on it. You know what I'm saying? I ain't sitting on it. I'm making it work consistently. I'm making it work. I ain't gonna sit on it. And see, what I mean by we ain't gonna sit on it in the bank is the fact of that, let's say I got 10 grand right now. As soon as I got that 10 grand, if I don't need that 10 grand to do anything from a business component, I don't need it from a living component, then what I'm gonna do is I'm gonna find an entrepreneur that I can put that 10 grand with, you know what I'm saying, and be able to get $500 to $1,000 a month from that business that we just got in, that I just engaged in. You know what I'm saying? So that means that I got to find a business coming right out the gate that is already functioning, it's already operating type situation. You know what I'm saying? And as it's already functioning, as it's already operating, again, they should be at a stage where all they need is a small capital infusion. Small capital infusion, we should be at a stage position where we off to the races. You feel what I'm saying? But the thing about this, and this is very, very important, I want each and every last one of y'all to hear me on this. Y'all have to be careful and conscious with going into any business where the person is so in love with the business that they wouldn't be willing to let it go. Y'all hear what I'm saying? Meaning, don't engage in any business where that person is so so much the where they in love with that business. You see what I'm saying? That they're not willing, to let it go. They're not willing to sell it. See, because the whole point and purpose of starting a business is to sell the business. Y'all hear what I'm saying? The whole point and purpose of starting a business is to sell the business. Other than that, what is the point in going in the business? You feel what I'm saying? So what I found is that, and I'm gonna tell you what I did was like I said, I took capital. And I said, okay, I'm gonna find little entrepreneurs to where, if I can take 10 grand, 20 grand, 50 grand, and put it with the business, I got this little thing to where, a lot of you all know, I got this thing where I bust it down the middle. So if I'm going into business with you, you know what I'm saying, we busting it down the middle type situation. So what I've done is that whenever I encounter somebody that, as soon as I'm like, yo, this is what we can do with the business, this, and this, and this. And, and that particular individual, is gripping onto the damn business so tight that, that I'm like, okay, this is a headache, coming out the gate. It's going to be a headache in the end. This is an important lesson for each and every last one of you all to learn. I want y'all to hear me on this. This is very, very important. A lot of people ain't going to tell you this. If it's fucked up in the beginning, it's going to be fucked up in the middle, and it's going to be fucked up in the end. Y'all hear what I'm saying? If it's fucked up in the beginning, meaning you get ready to do business with somebody, you get ready to, engage in, hell, even a personal relationship, business relationship, whatever. If the situation is messed up in the beginning, it's fucked up in the beginning, it's going to be fucked up in the end. It is very seldom, very, very seldom, where you can get into an equation to where it's fucked up, you know what I'm saying? And then all of a sudden, you know what I'm saying? All of a sudden, they, the relationship get right. You know what I'm saying? All of a sudden, the business, gets right, and so on and so forth. So here's, my recommendation to all of you all. If you struggling with something in the very beginning with somebody, don't force that shit. Let it go. Let it go. Don't force it. You know what I'm saying? Because what happens is that what you're going to do is you're going to force yourself right into a fucked up position. Force yourself right into a bad relationship. Force yourself right into a bad partnership, so on and so forth. Let that shit go right from gate. You know what I'm saying? I don't give a fuck how it look, how great, how phenomenal it looks, so on and so forth. You let that shit go. I'm telling y'all, this is straight. Like every experience that I done had, man, you know what I'm saying? Every experience I done had where I done went into it and I forced the issue, you know what I'm saying? It ended up in the end, you know what I'm saying, being a bad equation. Straight up. So here's our simple, money equations for the day. The first thing is that people are at a point to where, they're seeing me, travel around, in the capacity that I'm traveling on private jets and things to that effect. Here's the thing, is that this is not designed to be in a flash or a flashy capacity or anything to that effect. It's not really designed, I should say, to be in that component. It's more designed on the fact of that the different operations that our trust entity controls generates enough capitalization to make it to where the capital has to be spent one way or the other. And now with the capital being having to be spent one way or the other, a big part of what it is that I'm doing, a big part of what I'm engaged in is I'm consistently at a point to where I'm looking for new businesses. So what I'm doing is I'm constantly, as I'm traveling every city that I'm hitting, I'm looking for a new business. So I'm buying a new business for the trust. You understand what I'm saying? So every time you're seeing me fly, or every time you're seeing me make a move, I'm not making a move. I'm not on no vacation shit. I'm not on no, chill shit. I'm on some, continue to expand the operation type shit. So, capital-wise, you need to start to focus on the positive component of capital, not the negative component. Here's what I mean. When earned income is a negative, earned income is a minus, earned income is a negative. So that means when somebody sits and says that, I need to work on earning some more capital. What they're doing is that they're sitting and saying that they need to acquire more negatives. Okay? They need to acquire more negatives. When you hear individuals that are at a stage of position where they're sitting and saying, okay, I need to expand my credit base as a whole, expanding your credit base is a positive. Okay? This is simple lessons 101. Earned income, negative. Credit capital, positive. Now, the key is to be at a point to where you utilize the earned income to offset the credit capital as the credit capital is effectively being utilized. Hopefully y'all understand what I'm saying. I know my people that are rock star traders and my folks that are private equity titans, I know they understand what I'm talking about. But for everybody else, I figure at this particular point, we kind of let the cat out the bag, on this situation is that, when you see any of these guys, that are like a Grant Cardone, for instance, and he's flying around on his jet, the whole nine, and you're sitting and you have the the thought process as a whole that you have a thought process that dude is just blowing through capital and so on and so forth. That's not necessarily the case. What's actually happening, in that particular situation is the proper offset of earned income is going into a credit component, meaning he has so much capital from a credit area or perspective that he's utilizing those credits to be able to deal with the office and the houses and the cars and so on and so forth. And any earned income that comes in, if you will, that earned income has to be structured to purely offset the credit. The biggest problem that people have right now is they're living off of earned income, meaning you're living off of a negative because you've been taught your whole life to live off of a negative. You must live off of credit capital, not off of earned income. Earned income is designed to effectively be at a stage of balancing the balance sheet as a whole. That's what earned income is designed. You understand what I'm saying? I'm hoping y'all completely processing what I'm sitting and saying right now. Because if you are, then you start to readjust your whole life, because your whole life you spent it in a capacity of thinking that, man, I need to go get the bag. And so I've listened to so many people sit and talk about they need to go get the bag. They hustling to try to get this and get that and the third and the whole nine. And I'm like, yo, right now, you're in one of the greatest times in the history of the damn planet where, where the government is essentially, handing out damn capital or credit capital, if you will, clear across the board. They handing out credit capital clear across the damn board. And you're not in position credit-wise in order to be able to acquire some of that capital. You're not in a position. You don't have a corporation. It's one of the things that I went over with individuals the other day about the fact that a lot of you all are sitting on LLCs instead of sitting on C corps. So you're not at a point where you have a corporation in place and position in order to be able to offset some of these things. These are things that you need to get done right now, right this second. I hope y'all really following what I'm sitting and saying, man. I'm gonna pause for a moment. I'm gonna take some of the questions that y'all may have that I probably missed a bunch of stuff y'all asked, but I'm gonna pause for a moment. Take some of the questions. Let's see. You need to pay the interest off. You need to pay the interest off on your credit to keep it floating, keep floating through it. Obviously, yes, there is an interest structure on, on your credit cards or your line of credit or whatever the case may be. But you have to understand that you're at a phase of position where one way or the other you have a cost of capital. So that cost of capital is in an earned income capacity. You're paying 20 some odd percent, 28%, maybe as high as 30% in taxation on an earned income component. So in an annual setting. So when I hear people sit and tell me about the interest rate for credit cards and so on and so forth, I'm like, you're already paying a high interest rate on earned income. You're not even processing that. It's funny as hell because people really don't process that. You're already paying a high ass interest rate on earned income. So when you work your job right now, that money that you're making comes with a high interest rate. And you're not even processing that. By the way, those of you all that are working a job right now, check this out. Do you know, for the vast majority of you all, do you know that you're actually being paid in most instances by your employer's credit? Like, vast majority of our staffing component, the whole nine, is paid on lines of credit. They're paid off of our lines of credit, and then what we end up doing is we then turn around and pay off our lines of credit with earned income. Think about it. Listen, you know what's really dope is that this is probably one of the most powerful, most informative lives, that I think I've had in a moment. And I think because of the way that I've actually said everything to you all, most of you all won't actually even get that. Sorry, I'm just reading your situation. We ready? All right, let's roll. Thank you.
You don't want this.
No, I'm straight. I'm straight. Sorry about that. Most people don't understand. They don't realize or recognize the fact that I think everybody else is out there already. Yeah. I think most people don't realize or recognize that you are being paid. You're being paid with your employer is paying you with their credit, their line of credit, credit card, whatever the case may be. Most people don't realize or recognize that, that's what's actually happening. You know what I'm saying? And I think I'm just putting y'all on game. I think I just put y'all on $1 million worth of game right there. Because we float an entire operation off of credit. The entire operation floated off credit. And then any capital that we sit and we generating, all we do then is just basically pay the fucking credit off. This is how we continue to expand operation. Right now we're up to, I think now we're at 68 companies, 69 companies that are under our trust. 69 companies, somewhere to that effect and extent, and counting, because we're, continuing to acquire more and more. And it's just in large part, man, because of these little tidbits. You know what I'm saying? By the way, pretty dope when you get the opportunity to travel your whole team, able to travel your whole squad with you everywhere you go. I got my baby girl. I don't know what's wrong with her today. She frowning. Look at that face. Look at that face.
I'm ready to go to Miami.
You ready to go?
I'm trying to take off my shirt.
Take off your shirt?
You know what I'm saying?
Turned up, that's like that? That dude, they're crazy.
I'm good inside, though.
We good? Here, y'all take y'all a couple pictures, man. Here, baby girl, take a picture.
Woo! Whoa, too close. Too close. Let me switch it up on you. What'd you say? Smile, guys, smile. Yeah. They all taking pictures. Hey, what's up, guys? What's up? What's up? That was a little too close all up in my face. Yay. Hey.
I can take y'all picture. I'm getting on the plane. I'm ready to go.
I was talking to my people.
Man, get out my boy face, man. Let's go. Y'all can take y'all picture, man.
Can I sit in the backyard?
You sure can. Man. Yo, it's crazy, ain't it? Oh. I'm going back to the back going back to my zone. This my private area back here. You know, this is where the magic happened. This is where the magic happened. Jonas, I don't want you in my area, bro. You stay up there in the front, bro. You stay right up there in the front. Y'all just bring me my stuff back here, man.
You want Steve back here?
I don't want Steve either. Steve can come back for a second. You can come back here for a second, Steve. I'll kick it with you for a little second. But let's see. What else can I describe to you all business-wise? Miss Leslie, I was looking for you while I was in Atlanta. I was looking for you. I had messaged you and everything. So now you're gonna have to catch up with me later on. Young faces smiling. I'm working while I'm on the East Coast. I'm working to get up there to New York. So I'm just trying to coordinate and make sure that I have some business up there that I can actually purchase or acquire while I'm in New York. So that's very much so, where I'm at right now, sweetheart. I'm fine right now, sweetie. Thank you. How do you move your company into a trust? You sell them. You sell the companies into trust. You make sure you get the proper trust set up. A lot of people skim or skimp on the actual trust setup themselves. But once the trust is properly set up, then all you do is you just sell your companies to the trust itself. Let's see what else we got. Let me see. Make sure I'm trying to answer all y'all questions. What's the difference between LLC and a C Corp? I kind of went through that yesterday in terms of the difference between LLC and C Corp the other day. Your major difference is it's a pass-through capital component. So it's just it's whether the capital is coming to you personally in a taxation component, or whether you're at a point to where the capital can be held within the corporate structure, and the dividends are paid to you as you choose to disperse them, if you will. So, when you link with your tax professional as a whole, it really just kind of, they'll help you, kind of gear through that. But for the most part, I've explained to people that I think that the best direction, to go, period, point blank, is to go the route of a C Corp. Coming right out the rip. Let's see. I got a lot of y'all asking me to check my inbox. I actually don't. I don't really manage manage this page like this anymore. Like for the most part, that'll be, you know, probably Jonas or Cass that, you know, that goes through the page or whatever have you. So, you know, if y'all inboxing me, man, just make sure that y'all got stuff that's in there about, you know, us progressing forward, you know, in business as a whole. Miss Leslie, we got the link. I don't know. I haven't seen you in the Rockstar portal or on the PE side. Where you at? We got the link. We rolling. Software is on point. Everything moving forward from that perspective. So I need you to go ahead and reach out. If you haven't already spoke to Crystal, I need you to reach out and speak to Crystal, Miss Leslie. Let's see. Houston, respect, family. I appreciate that. I appreciate that, man. You know, listen, man. We grinding. We consistently working to match the gas. I got my, you know, squad here with me. You know what I'm saying? I don't know what's wrong with my daughter today. She ain't with the shits today. You know, I don't know. But Jonas is with the shits. Man, Jonas is happy. My daughter's not happy. You know, but you know, hey, I still love you. Hi. Maybe I think what it is. What's up, Leah? I think she probably would have preferred to go commercial. Have y'all noticed that? Every time she be mad on the PJ, I really be thinking she just preferred to go commercial. She be like, fuck that private shit. I really would prefer to just be fucking commercial. Ain't that right, baby girl? Ain't that right? So she's focused on some shit outside the window, and she's not really listening to me. It's a bigger jet outside. It's a bigger jet. She's like, this shit is too small. This shit is this shit is entirely too small.
This shit's too tight for me.
It's too tight. And Kyle up there looking like Men in Black and shit.
I think they did good. You really feeling lonely back over there?
No. I got Steve with me. I don't feel lonely in my compartment. I'm good. You know what I'm saying? You know, I'm feeling good, feeling great. You know, ready to go. Let's see what y'all talking about. All right, hey, Jonas. Royal say he coming to Miami to come just to come and have a drink. Let's do it. Let's do it. Do it. Who else coming to Miami to have a drink? Have a drink, drop some knowledge. Let's buy some businesses together. Nat, when I land, I'm gonna call you. Because I know you're supposed to be coming to Vegas to sit down, but I want to make sure that you have all your stuff situated so that by the time you get to Vegas, you know, your system is already up running and your PE firm is already moving. Gabriel, I know you on your way to Miami. Shit, you should have just, if I'd have knew you was actually for real coming to Miami, you could have just jumped on the fucking plane with me. Jamila, what's going on, love? Let's see. What else y'all want to know? My man say he low-key like commercial. Steve, you ain't with that commercial shit, Steve? Steve say he ain't with Steve say he ain't with that commercial shit. Young Face and Smiling, buy your new book. Send me the link to buy it. You know, for all of the people, man, that are congratulating me on, you know, on my success, I appreciate y'all, man, and you know, your congratulations, the love, support, and so on and so forth. You know, the thing that I want y'all to understand is that what you're looking at right now is the byproduct of getting my ass whooped for years. You know what I'm saying? what you're looking at right now is the byproduct, and I think that's the thing that a lot of people don't really gather is that when somebody is really at a point to where you see any semblance of success in their life or whatever have you, they didn't just become that. You know what I'm saying? For me, I done got my ass whooped, a lot over the years. You feel what I'm saying? And it's even unique, that even still to this day, I still am at a point. No, I'm fine. You can leave it open. Even still to this day, to where it's a point to where, where I still get my ass whooped. You know what I'm saying? Like I'm learning new things. I'm buying different businesses, and as you buying different businesses, you're having to learn different areas, about the businesses as a whole, man. You end up getting your ass whooped, in those particular areas, man. So, again, next time y'all see somebody that's at a stage where they got some semblance of, of success or whatever have you, man, just, realize and recognize, man, that shit didn't just happen. It wasn't an overnight, equation. Jamila, I'm gonna try to pull up to Tampa. So I'm gonna get, cause I got some business, some stuff I need to handle, up in Tampa. So I'm gonna hit you and let you know. But if not, it ain't nothing for you to come to Miami. You know what I'm saying? It ain't nothing for you to pull up in Miami. Do I need an assistant? You know what I need? I need somebody that's logical as shit, that can handle, changing and adjusting on the fly. Somebody that can handle business on the fly. That's what I need. More than anything else, that's what I need. I need somebody that can change and adjust on the fly. Somebody that can coordinate, structure stuff, stay on top of stuff, be at a point to where they, instead of being reactive, they proactive. I need proactive people. You feel me? Boss Miner, you said you haven't been getting any Rockstar Trader updates. So what probably happened is that you probably missed a couple of those meetings. I'm good. I got it. You probably missed a couple of the meetings to where everybody converted over to the PE Titan program. So if you missed those meetings and you haven't been getting the information from the Rockstar, area, if you will, it's because everybody converted over to PE Titans. And everybody's at a stage of position where we buying businesses as much as we, sitting and engaging in trading. We're buying up businesses now. So buying up businesses, engaging, in the credit area and the whole nine. So what you're gonna need to do, family, is just kind of tap in. What we'll do is we'll put a link in the Rockstar Trader, area for you all to reach out to Crystal and you know what I'm saying, and get involved in our PE Titan area. I mean, that's literally, what the equation is right now. Bye, Atlanta. We're gonna see your rainy ass later. We've been in Atlanta the whole damn time. This damn Atlanta ain't doing nothing but just raining. Oh man. That's what it takes, family, is logical thinking, man. Everything that you say you do has got to be logical. Here's the last area that I'm gonna put y'all on before I disconnect, man. I'm gonna say this again and again. If you're at a stage of position where you got an issue and you got a problem with somebody, so you engaged in business with somebody and the shit didn't go the way you thought it was supposed to go, how you thought it was supposed to go, whatever have you, shit didn't happen. This is what I want you to do. I want you to reach out to that person. I want you to reach out to that person. I want you to be like, listen, I lost money doing business with you. Or things didn't happen the way I thought it was going to happen. Let's do this. There's different programs right now that if we link together, we can go ahead and we can be at a point of getting some money, together in these different programs, different governmental programs that's out, right now. You know what I'm saying? So what we're going to do is that the minute and the moment that we come up on the money, I'll take my piece of the money that I lost in doing business with you, and then the rest of it will bust it down the middle. So that's one of the things I keep talking to you all about, that one simple program where the government has right now. When two partners put up $25,000 each, they can qualify for up to $500,000 in capital. So that means no matter how much you've lost with somebody, you know what I'm saying, if you all choose, to go at things collectively right now. You know what I'm saying, and make amends. A lot of times people, be at a stage position where they sitting, and they on some hater type shit or whatever the case may be, or they fighting each other. Like, I ain't gonna throw nobody under the bus or whatever have you. But the little situation between, Tony the Closer and Jay Morrison is one of those areas where it's like whatever Tony feel that is owed to him. The reality is that the two of those men can actually come together, be at a point of mashing, some capital together, go and acquire, some more capital from, these different governmental programs and so on and so forth. Now Tony get made whole. Jay at a point of position where Jay can go in and do whatever it is that he need to do. And ain't nobody at no point of throwing mud on each other, man. Y'all don't realize the fact that, we've been kicking each other for long enough. You know what I'm saying? The world been kicking the shit out of our asses for long enough. You know what I'm saying? Now it's time for each and every last one of us, you see what I'm saying, to be at a point, man, where we uplifting each other instead of being at a stage of constantly tearing each other down. You feel what I'm saying? So, I mean that, that's just a thought, as a whole, man. Humble blessing. Let's just pretend for the sake of saying that Jay is at a stage of position where he taking shit from people. Let's pretend that's the case. The reality is that all of the people that he quote unquote taking shit from, that at any particular point in time, any of them can come in and actually help him be at a stage of getting his fucking business, getting his shit situated the right way. You know what I'm saying? The only thing is, if he taking shit from people, that's only because he hasn't figured out the right way to be able to acquire capital. So instead of everybody being at a stage of being on that man's head, about his functionality, somebody should be at a point where they come in and actually help that man get his shit situated. You know what I'm saying? I mean, I keep seeing people talking about, the feds and this and the police gonna do that and the whole nine. And I'm like, why is folks preying on other people's downfall, man? That don't make no sense. You don't want nobody to be at a point of talking about something, the feds is hitting on, looking at you and this. I mean, like, I'm just like, dude, listen. At this particular point, man, you can help somebody, level up. If somebody fucked up, you see what I'm saying? If somebody fucked up and they don't know how to do business and they taking money from people or they robbing folks or whatever the case may be, man, listen, we just, we figure out how to be able to, to readjust that situation. Nat, I feel you, Nat. I feel you. Trust, I feel you. You know what I'm saying? I definitely feel you, Nat. I get it. But again, at the end of the day, it's still one of those areas where we're living in a time right now that there's different ways for us to be able to come up and get money collectively, that we truly can help each other progress forward. So, that's all I'm sitting there saying, is that instead of us, everybody sitting and waiting for somebody's downfall or waiting for that next man's downfall, it's like, yo, let's figure out how to fucking help that person get their shit right. I mean, you're right. As a man, you do have to own up to your shit, no question. You see what I'm saying? You know what I'm saying? As a man, you do have to own up to your shit, there's no question. But you have to also think about it. If ain't nobody came along and fucking told that man how to do his shit right, then how he supposed to know? You feel what I'm saying? If ain't nobody told that man how to do right, how to restructure, how to, you know what I'm saying, how to get this to where you're not hurting people at the end of the day. You know what I'm saying? How that man supposed to know? You feel me? And I think that's the thing that a lot of people don't really think about is that, the ability to be taught how to properly do business, that shit ain't taught in school. You know what I'm saying? It ain't taught in school how to properly do business. It ain't taught in school. He coming from a hustler mentality, as a lot of people are coming from a hustler fucking mentality. And in a lot of instances, it's dog eat dog. You feel what I'm saying? And so, so now somebody got to come along and sit and say, okay, check this out. You picked up this amount of money. You got this amount of money in play. You know what I'm saying? You done took this from all of these people or whatever the case may be. All right, this is what you need to do. You need to flip this money over in this particular area and start running all of these people that you took their money, start running them some money back type shit. You know what I'm saying? Start running it back. Even if you running that shit back slow, you just start running some shit back so that everybody at a point where they feeling good. And then now maybe some of them people will come and actually fucking help you, get your business moving even more. It's about being fucking, at a stage where I don't want to say humble, per se, but I'm going to sit and say that you have the ability to accept help. You You feel what I'm saying? That's why I tell people all day long, listen, man, if I'm at a stage where you feel like I done did some wrong shit to you, whatever have you, let's figure out how we link collectively. You know what I'm saying? Help me get right. Help me structure right. If I did some wrong shit to you, help me structure some shit right. You know what I'm saying? So that we can level up collectively. You know what I'm saying? Because life is too short for us to be up out here where we got all kind of animosity and we angry with each other and shit, you know, about this paper. So that's all I'm saying, man. I love all y'all, man. We about to take the fuck off right now, man. You know, I appreciate y'all, man. I appreciate each and every last one of y'all for jumping on with me consistently, man. Y'all be good, all right?